Yes, me too. Me too. If you've been on the gram at all in the last, say 2 weeks or so, you have seen a flood of ads about a service that is known as Skool. Skool. And the reason why I want to make this video today is because my homie Alicia asked the question, what is up with all of the Skool ads? Why am I keep seeing these? And I thought to myself, hey, I'm actually a member of a Skool community, but I never really looked much more past me using it as, I guess I would call it a student or a community member, but it is getting a lot of traction. So just want to talk about it. Long and short of it, TLDR, if you decide not to watch the entire video, I'm going to value lead this up front. If you are looking for a way to create a community to help monetize this creator business that you're in, Skool is a viable option. There are lots of opportunities out there with Kajabi and Circle and Teachable and Thinkific and Uscreen, which I've actually used before and I absolutely love. And there's more. There's so many. And Go High Level seems to be another hot one, and Creator 360. These are some of the major ones out there. Podia, Stand some of these other ones come to fray. But Skool is maybe the easiest. And I always wondered what the hype was too, because when I used it as a student, I guess, I always thought, wow, this is actually kind of plain Jane. But now when I think about it as a student, what makes it dope is this actually plain Jane. All right, let's get straight up. I am about to 86 the Discord community that I have, mostly because of complaints from you guys. Many of you say, I just can't wrap my head around Discord. I understand that Discord is just like any other BBS or bulletin board system for the old school people that come out here, but I think that them being branded as something for gamers puts a mental block in people that I thought people would overcome, and they just can't shake it. And, I have a person in my family that thinks red foods are automatically spicy. And so could be not so the truth. But if they see anything in the sauce and the sauce is red, they automatically question if it's spicy or not. So I guess I kind of understand it, but whatever. Moving on. So let's talk about Skool real quick. I did some research for you, so you don't have to. This is what I found so far. And again, do your own research if you want, but let me just give you the basics of what I've discovered thus far. One of the reasons why the founder made it the way that they made it is because, well, Facebook is Facebook. And at the end of the day, Skool is the most analogous to Facebook communities as far as users using it. And as somebody who has used Skool, I will say this is true. It does feel a lot like Facebook. There will be nothing for a brand new user to learn. So I could take any one of you guys and drop you into a Skool community, and you would kind of figure it out right away. You would sort of know what to do as far as posting and replying and liking posts and being engaged there. So what this means, because it has that sort of Facebook groups feel, it makes a discussion super easy. And that's what these groups are about. And that's my problem with Discord, because I know there's people who have things that they want to talk about, but they're just so afraid to be in the platform. And in the discussion just doesn't work that way, right? So this got me out here looking for something better. Okay, so they've added an element that is known as gamification. And what that basically means is you get points for being an active member. What makes a community rock is an active member. As you guys know who come to the live streams on Saturday and Tuesday, a lot of you guys are the same folks. You guys are what I would consider the active members. You guys are the core group. Regardless of your membership level here on YouTube, you are the most active. There are some people who become members of the YouTube just because they want to support the channel, and I absolutely appreciate them, but they're not coming every week to get involved and ask questions and, create conversations and be a part of the whole situation. And hey, however fits your schedule, that's completely up to you. Okay, so one thing that comes up in all of the reviews that I went through so far and in a lot of my research is that it's really fast. And what that means is when you go to type something in and your response times is back and forth is really quickly. I know that as building Kajabi was slow. And I just know because I spend a lot of time in web development myself. And as I'm using the site, you click something, you wait for pages to load. The website pages load kind of slow. One of the things I hated about Kajabi is it felt clunky. In the back end structure, especially after Mr. Hamosi came in and helped invest in the Skool. They updated infrastructure. That system moves really, really quickly. I think lag is very important, or latency in this case, the proper terminology is very important for people as a user experience, because when you're clicking things, it takes a long time to load, pain in the butt. As a matter of fact, you guys, I know this, every time you launch that little blue space fart, it wants to update. And you just want to jump into Discord because you got something to say, or you want to join a meeting and you got to wait for the damn thing to update. It's constantly updating. And then also it's an app you got to download the computer, the website version, not as fun. Yeah, so there's that. So it wins over there. Okay, it's not super designy, which is good. And so like I said in the beginning, I thought it was plain Jane. And being a graphic artist type of person, like, but now that I think about it, that's actually a bonus. Because it's not super designy, people who spend too much time trying to nail all the fonts and colors and back colors and all of that, you don't get that opportunity. So that's out of the window. So you kind of just focus on delivering content that can help people move the needle, which I actually think is a good thing. A lot of people say it sucks because you can't white label it, you can't rebrand it, things like that. But you know what? In this case, I think it allows you to focus on the real things and not the things that don't matter, because a lot of communities are cute, but there's no substance, right? And it's better that the community is basic, but has a lot of substance, right? It's kind of like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's kind of hard to F with, right? Especially after I learned from y'all to peanut butter both sides, put the jelly in the middle. I went damn near 50 years. I didn't know about that. Anyway. Thank you. I think Rich put me onto that. Thank you, Rich. It says that the support from them is fast and quick and good. Now, I haven't experienced this myself, but I can tell you, as a former user of Kajabi, their support I'm not even going to say it. Mama said, don't say nothing, but Kajabi support is terrible. Terrible, Charles Barkley, terrible. All right. So I would like that. And then let's talk into some of the, I guess would be the con, right? The cons are, it's not like Udemy when you put your course there, they're going to help you market it. You're going to still have to do your own marketing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think anybody that wants automatic marketing and whatever, you're just trying to win without putting in work. And yeah, that's not going to be your thing. You're going to have to do some work there. And because it's a type of community that requires engagement, that will require some action back and forth between yourself. But what normally happens is once you build up the community, you get people who are active in your community that kind of keeps community going for you anyway. And so if you take like our community on a Facebook group from the work side of things, we do have the really, really active people. They kind of keep it going. And honestly, the founders barely pop in nowadays because the community kind of handles itself. I don't suggest you do that, but it can eventually happen. But in the beginning, you're going to put in some work to keep things active. And somebody brought up in one of the conversations that I was looking at is that once you started, it is a little hard to stop because, if you're running a paid community and people, join right before you say you're going to close it down, then you got to, you kind of already put them on. So yeah, that could be semi-problematic. That's a minor thing, but you need to pay attention to that. And then the one that kind of bothers me the most right now is not for me personally, because I could care less. Like I get so much of it because of the many things that I do. I just doesn't bother me at all. But many people who use Skool state that the random people sliding into your DM trying to pitch you something is like hyper obnoxious. I'm not triggered by that. I understand people just trying to make money. Okay. Some people, the scammers, let's be honest, I can't stand them. They get on my nerves. But you know what? The scammers are trying to feed their family too. And you kind of wish that they would do something better with their life. But you know what? Depending on where they live, they might not have a lot of choices, right? I know people don't know this, and I know it's not an excuse, and I'm not defending scammers because I can't stand them. But, a lot of them are being held through levels of coercion that I won't talk about for fear of the algorithm getting mad, but they don't necessarily have a choice. A lot of people that be in the call center calling you about your fake warranty, they're under duress. Their family is being, accosted, if you will, in order for them to go out and try to scam, Clara Bell out of her cake. It's what happens, it's crappy, but it's the truth. So I just delete them. I don't even think about them. I don't read them. I just delete them. I get about 50 texts a day, even with RoboKiller, and I just delete them. It's no biggie. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not taking it personal. But, a lot of people say that they just can't stand the constant DMs. You know the funny thing about it? I have gotten some of those DMs, and it was something that I was interested in. And then I went and checked it out, and it was cool, and it was serious, right? So as a creator approaching 20,000, I get about 20 emails a day from people that want me to sell products. And if I just deleted them all, because I think all the scammers are out to get me, I would miss cool opportunities like my recent working with Cinco and Orico and some of these other beautiful brands that I work with now. So no, I'm sorry, that comes with the territory. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. I really don't want you to get stuck on that one, but I just want you to know it exists so you can say, Doc, you didn't warn me. Okay, now, what I would suggest, actually, let's get into pricing real quick. So Skool has, let me show you what it looks like if we just pop over here. Skool looks like this. It's, again, very plain Jane. It has a kind of Google-esque appeal to it with a little, I forgot what you call these things, cards that you can check out. But if you wanted to be in any one of these things, like a 7-day Kickstarter challenge to lose some weight, or you want to shred your body using anime, there's acting classes. There's classes on just about anything. And, you know, if you get in here, some of these are free, some of these are paid. This dude's community is free. This dude's community is $20 a month. Up here, I saw like Tom Bellew. Love this guy. His community is $119. Yo, this guy has 17,000 members almost, and he's selling $400 a month. Hey, this dude's a gangster, right? This lady is pushing 1,500 communities at $50 a month. Hey, she's a gangster, right? So there is definitely some stuff that you can do. And I would say if you're going to start out, maybe you're unsure, start a free community and see what pops off. And then I'm pretty sure you can convert that to a paid community soon after. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you, let's click in real quick, is let's click on create your own community. And it looks like they say that you can get in for like 97. So if I do this, I don't want to do that. If I remember correctly, it was $97 a month is what their plan is. And then they have I guess you can start one for $9, but I assume that they pretty much try to get you jumped up to that 97 right away. So when I went to go create it, I guess I was logged in. Let me log in real quick and see if I can show you what that looks like in the back end. 2 seconds. Here we go. I did get it. Let's go. So you can get $9 a month for just the basic unlimited members, unlimited courses, 1 admin, 10% transaction fee, custom URL. You don't get suggested communities. Well, I'm sorry, the other way around. Your people in your community get offered to suggest to join other communities constantly, right? So I guess that's part of it. So if you are on the cheaper plan, you are somewhat putting your users up to that. But I think there's a matter of just talking to your people and say, hey, you can ignore them if you want. If you find something cool, let us know. We'll join that one too. And then if you do pay $100 a month, then you get all of the above features plus unlimited admins, and your percentage of transaction fees goes down to basically 3%. You do get a custom URL, and you get to hide those other advertisements. So I agree. I think it is something. There's a lot of conversations about whether course, what is the word I'm looking for? Culture is dying or keeping up. But it doesn't even have to be a course. It could just be a community where you're getting together with like-minded people to talk about the thing you're into. And that could be anything from crafting to cooking to speaking a foreign language to learning coffee or whatever. And this is how you start it. Simple as pie. You say, what are the 20 things that I know? Like, what are the 20 things that I know that are valuable enough for people to pay for? And that's it. So you can come in and get people to join your community for as little as, say, $4 or $5 a month, or, as much as, obviously 400, maybe more. There's definitely people out here that pay $10,000 a month to belong to a certain community, like the country club, right? So that is my quick breakdown. And I think it's worth starting a free Skool community just to see how you like it, or better yet, go join some, see how you like it as a user, and see if you like the gamification and what that, DM attacks look like. But at this point in time, Facebook has completely lost their cookies. And so, yeah, Facebook used to be the go-to place to build free communities, and there's still a lot of cool stuff that it has, but there's other part of Facebook that's just hard to deal with, and a lot of people just avoid it like the plague because they just don't want to be on Facebook. Facebook is irritating, for lack of a better word. So that was my quick run through today. This was inspired by a question that I got from Alicia, so I want to give her props for inspiring this question. And yeah, if you're seeing a lot of ads on Skool, it's because we are 124 days away from New Year's, and this is a good time to start planning what you're going to do for 2026. But we'll save that for a different video. And you know what I say? I don't know who needs to hear this, but it was you. Let me know in the comment section below. If you have a community that you like to get into or you run or whatever, let us know about that in the comment section below. And right about now, the algorithm's going to share another video I think you should watch, and I agree with it.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet.